God, farming is dumb. Glad we make other people do it.
The tastiest food is the stuff you don't have to make yourself. Suckers.
This fruit is so puny.
Snacks for days. And we didn't even have to work for them.
I'm always in the mood to eat.
Never snacky for long when I'm guarding this place.
Thought this was a farm. They can't grow anything bigger than a baby fist.
It's like Thanksgiving dinner every day out here.
We're gonna take all the food from this scabby place and everyone can starve.
Not enough things to shoot around here.
I would much rather murder a person than wait for something to grow. It takes all year to grow an apple the size of my left nut. Boring.
Ugh, my knees are fucking locking up from standing so long.
I'm snacky. It's probably a ridiculously tiny apple around here somewhere.
I always want to know what scab I'm getting my next meal from.
Don't have to do the dishes. Just get to eat the food.
God, these people scratch food out of the dirt like worms. Glad I don't have to do it.
I'm never hungry when I'm guarding this joint.
Nothing's gonna compare to raiding a grocery store. Good old days.
We can waste food like we did before the collapse again.
Glad they scraped up all this fruit before we got here.
Farming's the most boring thing on the planet. I much prefer just taking the food.
I'm gonna stuff vegetables in my boots to cure the stank.
Farms are filthy. Who the fuck wants to toss around dirt all day?
We're gonna run these farmers dry, and then we'll kidnap new ones to take their place.
I want to find the scabs that ran this place and watch them cry while I wear their crops as sneakers.
Always more relaxed after we steal a farm.
We can make like a big fucking feast with all this.
Man, I hope I get watched somewhere else after this.
Farming's boring. We should get people to do it for us.
Now when we offer the carrot or the stick, we can actually have a snack while we beat people.
Getting the farm back is huge. We got a lot of hungry people to feed.
Wish they'd left us our crops instead of putting more guns here.
This farm is the lifeblood of the county.
Looking around, I think maybe the highwaymen suck at gardening.
I feel real safe in a place like this.
I remember the first time I saw a blossom on these trees again. Cried like a baby.
By the looks of this place, the highwaymen didn't know the first thing about farming.
This'll be a great storage area come winter. What a waste of a farm. Just think of all the food lost.
Glad to report another farming space back on our territory maps.
Sounds like the fuckers took half our stockpile here. Damn it.
They put me on cleanup crew. I don't even know where to start.
I swear to God, all we had to eat for the first few years were onions. I hate onions.
There's still some good dirt left here. A plot or two's worth, I reckon.
I'm so glad we got this place back. The things that sprout out of here just taste better.
Farms are a sacred place as far as I'm concerned. Churches of food.
No telling if the soil around here can go back to farmland. Guess we'll try.
Looks like the highwaymen didn't take all the crops, but the sooner we can get this place up and running, the better.
God, this place was my first summer job way back when.
To think we used to have grocery stores. Now we get everything from the earth.
Can't fucking eat guns. Wish they'd left this place a farm.
Another safe storage facility's always a godsend.
I'm glad we recovered this place. We got big plans for the food here.
Gotta redo so much work around here thanks to the highwaymen.
Good thing we got this spot. When winter rolls in, we need all the shelter around.
It's looking empty around here after the highwaymen took their fill.
Highwaymen didn't do too much damage to the plants here.
Nothing like the thought of green things growing to put me in a good mood. Buggers made off with a lot of agriculture supplies from here.
We scraped this farm out of the dust. It's ours.
Got a lot of work to clean up after the highwaymen around here.
God, it was so hard to grow anything for years.
This isn't the best place to stockpile, but where else do we have?
Hope the highwaymen decide a little storage farm's not worth retaking. Keeping watch here makes me want to tend the plots back home.
We scraped this farm out of the radioactive muck. This place used to belong to those freaky night-stalking hippies. Wonder why they didn't want to keep it. This is what nature can do to a place? Nature's fucking fucked.
This place is spooky. Like it was bad even before the world blew up.
I don't want to think about what those weird culty cavemen were doing here.
This place needs a machete real bad.
Nature is gross and dumb, and it gets everywhere.
Plants are so boring. Do something, God.
Nature's a stubborn son of a bitch.
I'm gonna refine some poison ivy and make it choke out all these lame plants.
I swear to God, if I see a bug, I'm shooting it.
I feel like those weird dirt hippies used to live here.
I don't like this creepy joint. I do not.
Ugh, pollen. All this plant sperm gives me hives.
Not about this place. Too much God, too much green.
Ugh, you just know this place was built by hippies.
Lot of overgrowth here. Reminds me of my crotch.
Gonna take a flamethrower to this place.
I hate being here. I say let the wolves have it.
This is just weeds. Any plant you don't want's just a weed, and all these plants are ugly.
Plants take forever to grow, and then one day they're fucking everywhere.
I keep finding these iron crosses buried in the dirt.
Plants are dumb. They're just grass you can't eat.
Everything's overgrown these days. What in the hell did those hippies used to do here?
Could do with less greenery and shit.
It's so hard not to trample everything to death here.
Bet a flamethrower would do some good here.
How the fuck do highwaymen even catch animals? They're so loud every critter can hear 'em coming a mile away.
Soon as I'm done recon, I'm out of here. Place makes me uneasy, even without highwaymen.
An outpost seems like a waste here. Could be some garden plots instead.
Seeing them dead critters turns my stomach. Never did well around blood.
I know this place is full of life and all, but it's still creepy.
We'll find some use for this place, I'm sure.
I remember when this was a New Eden place. Never understood those weirdos.
Wonder if there's any good fruit in this mess.
Kicking the highwaymen out was good, but hopefully the Peggies don't move back in.
Interesting strategic choice, this place.
I got no problem shooting something to eat, but watching it bleed all over the place? No thanks.
Those New Edeners left this place to nature. Wonder why.
Glad we can hunker down here. It's a good waypoint.
This place sure has traded hands over the years.
A lot of bad history here. We should just raise the entire place.
I wonder if the brainwashing stories about this place are true.
How on earth did New Eden grow all this so fast?
Wonder if there's still edible plants under all this overgrowth.
This place gives me the creeps. It used to be a Peggy convent.
I hate Peggy's, but this place, it's beautiful. I get the heebie-jeebies here, but at least there's no highwaymen.
We gotta get somebody who knows plants in here to do some harvesting.
I wonder why New Eden doesn't own more land.
I guess Eden will come a-knocking, asking for this place back soon enough.
Apparently a lady named Faith used to live here.
Wonder if we're gonna have to turn around and give this place back to Eden or what?
I don't like this place. Too many bad memories of Eden's Gate.
Better we have a hold on this fucking place than the highwaymen.
Not to be culty or anything, but I want my house to have this much green.
Gotta remember what poisonous plants we got around here before I joined the foraging crew.
I keep thinking it'd be better to let nature have the place. Ugh, I sound like an Edener.
Wonder if the Eden folk are gonna want this place now, too.
Place is creepy. Real unsettling.
Feels weird to be here, given Eden's history.
New Eden cleared out of here real fast when those highwaymen showed up.
Highwaymen sure changed up the decor around here.
Hope I have enough whetstones for all the bushwhacking duty I'm signed up for.
I love shipwrecks, even dinky freshwater ones.
When I joined, I never thought I'd end up being like an actual land pirate. Wicked.
Them bow and arrow hippies are hiding something up north.
I'm like a fucking croc staking the place out for zebras.
There's lootable stuff at the bottom of this lake.
I'm much less inclined to yarf when I'm on land.
Can't wait till I can get off this trash island.
Cook one rotten meal and get sent to the ass end of the valley. Fucking yay.
Something brushed my foot when I went in, and I noped out of there.
I gotta wonder what those hippies were doing with this lake.
Quite the goodies on the bottom of this pond.
There's like a underwater treasure trove down there.
Wonder if I can get someone else to take my shift doing salvage.
Island of Pain. No, that's no good.
Nothing's getting on the island. I can see all the way round.
I'm sick of taking boats out here. We should get scabs to build a bridge.
I'm Queen Awesome of Dope Island.
Getting to this island isn't gonna be easy for anyone who hates water.
An hour in this place, and it feels like you've been here forever.
Put me in the desert, put me in the snow, just not on the fucking water.
Peaceful on this island. Fucking boring.
I love swimming. It's like beating water in an arm wrestling match.
Treasure at the bottom of a lake isn't worth me seasick.
Good hold we got here on this island. Nice and cozy.
I don't get seasick.
There's good stuff at the bottom of this lake, I know it.
Hippie Central is sitting just up north. Don't like it.
I hope there's pearls down there. It could happen.
Pirate treasure. I bet anything, big old box of pirate treasure at the bottom.
Gonna go diving for pearls later. Or scrap, whichever comes first.
Control of the waters is ours again.
This reminds me. I gotta teach my kid to swim.
I don't like being so close to New Eden's lands.
I can't wait to go swimming in the lake again. This place is so nifty. We have a great view of the whole lake.
Maybe we can turn this into a kind of fish farm or something.
Joseph's compound is just across the lake. What a strange place.
Heard the bandits first stole this place from the Edeners. They probably hate what it looks like now.
I wonder how far down I can swim before I gotta turn back.
Hope Eden appreciates the breathing room we gave them by taking this place.
Might be standing on our newest community fishing base here.
We got tons of metal for repurposing here. This is great.
I used to fish here back in the day. It's good to have it back.
I could never live here. It's too weird having New Eden as neighbors. Always wanted lakefront property.
We'll be able to salvage a lot of scrap here.
Fewer pirates on the seas now.
I've never kept watch this close to the Edeners. Wonder how they feel about it.
There's gotta be good stuff at the bottom of the water.
Man, workers' compensation would have had a field day with this place.
Still waiting to hear about whether we're keeping this place as is or shipbreaking it. Can't wait to use this post as an excuse to fish all day.
If the Edeners ever act up, everyone here will be the first to know about it.
If it were up to me, I'd shipbreak this place and distribute the metal, but,
What a nice 360-degree view we got here.
Gonna rename this place Tetanus Island now that it's ours.
Now we're the masters of the waters.
There's enough scrap here to last us a few decades.
Some salvage crews could really make the most out of that island.
Wonder if the highwaymen found anything good in the water.
Maybe we can turn this place into a fishing resort or something.
We ought to rename this place after Kevin Costner.
Sure as hell have enough scrap to tide us over here.
It's pretty out here by the water. I guess this place isn't so bad. It's far away from everything. Except New Eden.
This place might be built for scavenging wreckage, but I ain't getting in the water. No, sir.
I want to die drinking liquid metal.
This forge is the best thing I ever stole.
Keeping watch here means first pick of all the good shit coming out.
We can't let any scabs get at this forge.
Not a garage anymore, but the metal's still good.
We should make swords eventually. Some metal.
I found this old bumper I want to melt down.
If metal can be a liquid, that means we can drink it.
You get anything hot enough, it melts. Even people.
One driver's wreck is another's sweet find.
You get anything hot enough, it'll go melty like a cheese.
We should stick things into the forge and see what melts fastest.
I never really knew why we took scrap until we set this place up.
Metal and wheels, thudfucks. Metal and wheels.
I always want to touch the liquid metal, like it's gummy candy.
Well, recycling is very important.
I want to make armor out of a car. Oh, so wicked.
I want to throw like an ATV in here and see if it'll melt.
I love metalworking. Long as I get to hit things with a hammer.
I wonder if we can melt a person like we melt down metal in here.
There's good metal to salvage here.
We get the best scrap out here.
We can do so much with the equipment here. Shit.
Everything's meltable if you get it hot enough.
We can make a lot of good stuff out of this mess.
Forge comes in handy way more than I thought it would.
We can make metal into sludge and sludge into metal. Fucked.
It's amazing. Anything we throw in, it just melts down or burns away.
I love being posted here. If my shit falls apart, it gets fixed right quick.
We make the coolest shit out here.
Anything we bring in here, we'll just make into something better.
I love melting down metal. Delicious.
Guess this is where the highwaymen are getting the metal for their cars and shit.
God damn, this place is gonna be useful for repairs.
The equipment here will give us a leg up for years to come.
This forge is really gonna help us improve things.
Melting down scrap isn't a bad idea.
I'd rather we blow this place up so the highwaymen never get it back.
Being able to melt down scrap is going to be very useful to Hope County.
Keeping watch here stresses me out.
The metalworking power here is incredible. This will be a huge help.
The highwaymen are going to be hurting after losing this forge.
I'll hand it to them. The highwaymen know gunsmithing.
We're gonna put this forge to good use.
I've got big hopes of improving things with all the supplies we took here.
Invaluable metalworking supplies here.
Imagine the stuff we could make with this forge.
Feels good to take something from the highwaymen that was always theirs.
Having this place is really gonna help us keep our guns spick and span.
We can do a lot with the equipment here.
They had a good melting operation here.
I'm surprised those bandits didn't just settle and build themselves each a house. There's so much metal here. This is not my kind of place. Give me open fields and fresh air any day.
The highwaymen are assholes, but they were onto something here. This forge is going to be real useful.
Gotta take inventory of this place soon. I'm feeling good about what we can bring home.
This place will be toasty come winter. Summer, though. Ugh.
Those highwaymen are crazy, but melting down scraps makes sense.
We can put this forge to work, right?
We could get a real leg up on some projects with this place in our pocket.
We gotta get some metal workers on site. This place is amazing.
All scrap is good scrap.
We can make a lot of good stuff melting down this metal.
If we want to get back to 20th century industry, this place is going to be key for metalworking. Bet we can upcycle this place for our new metal industry. It's exciting.
It's a big pile of sand and dust, but it's our big pile of sand and dust. I'm glad we took it away from them. This thing blasts radio 24/7. What a fucking racket.
We can finally get some good music broadcasting from this thing.
This radio egg looks real dumb.
This thing's why everyone can use radio in this dumb county, and I hate it.
This radio signal's all ours. I rub my butt all over it.
Thought this place would be radio towers, not a big broken testicle.
Man, I hated public radio. We should make it private.
I want to pick the music we play on the radio.
The world will have to end again for me to start listening to the radio.
Yeah, we could have built this, if we wanted.
Maybe we can send a fart across the county with this stuff.
What kind of scabs make a radio tower that looks like this?
Ugliest fucking broadcasting shit I've ever seen.
Let's play some music over here. Let's flood the airwaves.
Must be real nice being the dispatch here. Calling the shots and all.
This is quite the impressive build. Glad we didn't do any of the work.
How is this a radio tower? It isn't even shaped like a tower.
I feel like I'm in a big, ugly golf ball.
We can blast our music for miles from up here.
Must be one hell of a car antenna up there.
Wonder if dispatch can put the calls on speaker. I'm bored.
We're gonna flood the airwaves with sweet music.
This is the ugliest radio antenna I've ever seen.
Wonder if I could make a song request.
Glad they built this. Now we can broadcast our tunes for miles.
Listened in on some valley folk chatter the other day. Hell are they boring.
Wonder how far this ugly thing can reach. Maybe we can crank call other chapters.
If I stand in the middle and open wide, maybe the radio will play out of my mouth.
The garbage they used to play on this thing. You got radio, why play garbage?
The rabbits sure busted their ass to build this ugly thing. Wonder what it does.
I don't believe this is a radio place. It's round, not tall.
If someone told me people made a big bowl so they could listen to their shitty music again, I'd smack them.
Sure hope the highwaymen didn't use the dish for calling in more buddies to Hope County.
This is the heart of humanity's future. Glad we got it back.
Communication age ain't dead after all, baby.
I'm so proud of this place. We busted our asses building it.
Wish I knew more about tech. Could really help out around here then.
Hope this dish is worth all the people that died trying to get it back.
Glad we got our radio back. Was worried we'd have to go back to Charles Dickens' messenger shit.
We were really in the dark ages before we got this built. Now we can at least send radio calls.
Not what I pictured when we started building a radio signal, but if it works, it works.
Bet there's not many of these dishes left in the world.
Having radio again is going to make a lot of people happy.
If we give the dish a bit more juice, we might reestablish contact outside.
This place helps us stay in touch with each other.
Gonna get back to manning the airwaves soon.
I wonder how far the signal can go. Be nice to hear something from way out. It's good to be back. I always liked Watch here.
Glad we're gonna be able to get the word out again.
So proud of this place. Took a lot of blood and sweat to build.
It's good to have communication up and running again.
I'm so glad we'll be able to communicate long distance again.
Thank God we got our signal range back.
Some radio towers are tall, and some are round.
This array's not going to be repairable for much longer. Kinda sad.
This dish is good news for Wikibeenia.
We gotta work real hard to keep this place up and running.
This place is going to help us communicate with the outside world.
It's a miracle any of the equipment here still works.
Bean's gonna shit for joy as soon as he knows we got this dish back.
This place lets us stay in touch with each other throughout the county. We built this place on our own, so you can bet the Egyptians built the pyramids. Fuck aliens.
Those bandits will be scrambling to get this place back. Radio ain't no small thing.
Control of the airwaves is still a good thing in this day and age. Good we got this place back.
Heard a gal singing on the comms the other day. Felt like the collapse never happened.
Morale-wise, this antenna does us a world of good. Practically, well, we'll see.
I want to stake someone with this stuff like a vampire.
Ugh, I'm so bored I could just run into those woods.
I could climb these trees, but I don't wanna.
Spend too much time here, you start daydreaming about what else can go through a bandsaw.
Fucking trees. You chop and you chop and you chop and you still get all those fucking trees.
Getting eaten alive in these woods. Should burn it all down.
I love saws. The way they just cut through shit.
This place was either a cult or a summer camp, and I got no idea which is worse.
Hate the forest. Give me concrete any damn day.
I do not like the woods. I'm gonna lose my shit.
Swear to God, if I see a unicorn, I'm shooting it.
I hate this forest. Give me pavement. Give me tar.
Wonder what this buzzsaw can saw before it busts.
Fuck forests. We should chop them all down.
Logging site doesn't have any business being spooky.
Pretty quiet out here. I hate it.
This place makes me sweat. Too green.
I think we're just here as a power move. The fuck are we gonna do with wood?
These people had a lot of free time on their hands if they could build these fancy square houses.
I know where I stand with the car. The woods, too full of secrets.
Sasquatch is gonna run out of here any second.
The real question is, do I shit in the woods?
Shit's moving through the trees. Watching us.
New definition of laying logs.
I cut down trees like I cut down people. Running them over.
Good thing the earth's healing up, otherwise we'd have nothing to burn. Chop that wood, chop, chop, chop.
This place spooks me out.
Ugh, hate the green-ass smell of this place. Give me ethanol and engine grease any day.
It's good we got this logging site back. Best in the valley.
Planting duty's just around the corner again.
These trees are the best for log making. They got natural preservatives.
Back to the wood spirits still for me. Thank God.
More logs mean more paper. It's great news for Wikibeenia.
With this logging camp, we can get back to rebuilding Hope County.
Can't wait to report that our lumberyard's up and running.
I was getting worried about our potash supply. Good thing the logging camp's ours again.
There's some fine wood to be found in this place.
I always worry what we cut down here won't grow back.
Dying over a bunch of logs. What a shitty way to end.
Imagine what we can build with this lumber.
Resource allocation's all fucked up for now, but soon we'll be getting this wood to where it needs to go. I've heard stories about taking shifts here. Best way to get splinters in the whole dang valley.
I helped build this place before the masked fuckers took it. Glad it's out of their hands now.
We can make so many homes from this. Long-lasting stuff.
Hope we manage the trees better this time around.
Threw out my back hauling wood here once. Haven't slept well since.
This is some good quality wood.
Damn good we have our wood supply back.
These trees weathered the collapse amazingly.
Can rest easy now knowing we'll have wood for the winter.
We can get a lot out of this logging camp if we're smart.
Why did they set all this up just to cut down trees?
Hope the seedling stock's enough for replanting.
Gonna be able to perfect my charcoal making process now.
There's so much we couldn't make without access to a good wood supply.
I don't know what the highwaymen needed this much wood for anyway.
We can put this lumber to good use.
If you'd have told me 20 years ago that people were fighting to death over wood, I would have thought you were crazy.
Bean's gonna be so happy to hear we got wood. Ah, yikes, that phrasing.
Those bandits will be back. Logging just got a whole lot more dangerous.
Looks like we don't need to worry about firewood now. Thank God.
Wonder if I can recoup some of that ash from the fire.
Do the highwaymen even use wood? We need this place more than them.
With all the new folk coming in, I hope we get enough firewood for the winter. Freezing to death's a bad way to go.
This place is the dumbest place to live ever. I don't get it.
Only a scab would be happy living here.
Making weapons is a lot more fun when other people do it.
Maybe I could find some filthy comic books around here.
I'd rather sleep in a truck than lay my head in this town.
This place reminds me of the old world. I hate it.
Haven't wanted to live in a house since a bomb knocked mine over.
People live here? Like on purpose? Fuck.
Stands to reason the Valley folk couldn't hold on to a place like this.
The world's over and these rabbits are still trying to remake the suburbs.
Oh, it's like a little ticky-tacky town.
If I lived here, I'd kill everyone. And then myself.
I love it here. There's always new things to play with. Don't know why I gotta guard a Tinker Toy town.
If I lived here, I'd blow everyone's brains out. And then mine.
None of these scabs can hide from us here.
Signs of life. Homey stuff. Lots of fuel for burning.
This town's ours because the whole county's ours.
Woof. This town is lame city. We'll fix it up.
Weapons flow like water around here.
This place is much nicer now that it's ours.
This place is trash for trash squirrels.
This place is like a town for ants.
This is our home now. Every inch.
Kinda homey. Once you tear everything up a bit.
This place is good enough for our guns to live in and nothing else.
If I lived in a trailer, I'd drive it off a cliff.
This is the dinkiest hole we ever occupied.
Look at this place. We're fucking invincible.
This joint's ours now. No rabbits allowed.
What kind of rabbit hutch back alley is this little town?
The highwaymen gotta be real pissed about us taking this little fort.
This is our place to live. No one else's.
The trailers people used to have here are like mansions for us now.
This place housed a lot of people before the highwaymen took over.
Highwaymen must be real mad we took their little fort here.
This was the first place I lived after the collapse. Good to have it back.
I like living here around people. Being alone on a homestead sucks.
Solid stronghold here.
Ma told me how this place looked before the collapse. It's nothing like the stories now.
It's good to have the old neighborhood back again.
Look what those assholes did to this place.
Real nice little fortification we got here.
This is an excellent strategic fortress for us. Good job, team.
We lived here before. We can live here again.
We'll rebuild this village bigger and better than before.
Wonder if we have the manpower to defend this place if they come back for it.
Good to have our living space back again.
Now we can get in shape to run from the highwaymen better. Those assholes really did a number on this place.
Just waiting for orders so we can refurbish this place.
We'll have to clean up this mess before we can move back in here.
Turning a village into a war camp sure as hell shows their priorities.
The highwaymen always make everything so dirty.
God, I'm glad we can live here again.
This place sure as hell isn't up to code.
If Prosperity gets taken, maybe this can be our fallback.
Gonna be a pain in the ass to make this place homey again.
This place needs to stay ours if we're gonna live through this.
Gonna be a while before this place feels like home again.
Those masked fuckers won't be so tough after losing this place.
Glad the stronghold's in our hands, not theirs. We've got a good lookout here.
I guess I should feel safe with all the weaponry around, but I sure as heck don't.
We need this place to survive.
Gotta take stock all the weapons they left behind here.
I haven't bathed in 8 months, and I'm not gonna start now.
Water's so boring. If I wanted to taste nothing, I'd run around with my tongue stuck out. This water stuff makes my teeth hurt.
This place is great for my skin.
Don't like this place. All damp and moist.
Gosh, I love water. That shit gives me life.
Someone once called me a rose from the concrete. I slapped him.
I feel like a tiger staking out the watering hole.
Good gargling water here.
My taste buds are so burnt out, I can't tell the difference between booze and water.
Swimming's for losers.
Without this water, everything on 2 legs in this county has to answer to us.
Gonna wash my junk off in the drinking water. Give it a good flavor.
This thing's probably full of fish pee anyway.
Always thirsty around here.
Gotta be better things to do than guard a puddle.
Water is for runny guts. Give me ethanol any day.
This place always makes me need to pee real bad.
Water's the worst. I miss soda.
I'm gonna pee in the water, and then we'll all be thirsty.
When I'm bored, I just pour some of this water up my nose. Good rush.
Water is the blood of the land, and blood is the water of people.
I'm Queen Agua of H2O Island.
Well, at least it's not a problem if I get thirsty here.
Fuck water. I miss coffee.
I always have water here, but I'm always fucking thirsty.
Water is like if ethanol was super boring.
Betcha this is the fountain of youth. We're never gonna die.
This is like a treasure highway. Everyone needs water.
Can't believe those scabs drank this muck. Actually, I can.
Wish we didn't have to drink water all the time. Waste of piss.
Why do the highwaymen trash every place they squat, even if it's necessary for life? Jesus.
Damn fine watering hole.
What a dump. I'm gonna smell like pond water for weeks.
Sure, some pipes would be nice, but a hole is good too.
Ugh. I am not looking forward to dredging the reservoir tank.
Sure hope the highwaymen didn't piss in our water supply or nothing.
Water everywhere, and maybe some drops to drink. With disinfectant done.
Wonder how many gallons this got us.
All this water's a big win for us.
Only thing more precious than clean water is a place that makes it.
It's good to have the old watering hole back again.
Another key resource location goes to the good guys.
No way I'm drinking anything from here. That's just asking for diarrhea.
Don't have to worry about drought so much now, at least.
No lie. I think this is the most valuable place in the valley.
You don't realize how thirsty you are until you see water. Feels like we're the zebras at the watering hole.
Without this water, none of us would have survived as long as we did.
Gotta work on making all this water drinkable again.
Gotta figure out a better container system for moving this water to the fields.
Thank God the highwaymen didn't ruin the water supply.
Don't miss the old world. Do miss the old plumbing.
Wonder if we could get some of this water to our fields.
God, I miss running water.
Having a steady supply of water is really going to help us out.
We're in the money if we can just retreat this water.
Everyone needs water. Those bullies are gonna try and come back.
We won't squander this precious water, unlike the highwaymen.
I'd like to see more guards here. Can't have the bandits taking this place back.
I always liked being by the water.
Bet this place was real pretty before the bandits got to it.
Highwaymen trashed the place, but at least the reservoir's still full.
Pretty sure I saw one of the guys take a whiz in that water. That ain't right.
Drinking this water untreated's not a mistake I'll make twice.
Extra drinking water's a godsend.
Gotta wonder if the water's drinkable after the highwaymen have been around.
The best cars ever come out of this chop shop.
This town's never looked better. Meant to be a chop shop.
I miss minivans. I miss chopping them up.
I'm gonna get sweet new wheels while I'm here.
We made this into an amazing car hospital. Minivans are just war machines waiting to be hatched.
Gotta love the cars coming out of this place.
Cars are only drivable after we've taken a blowtorch to them.
I want to make a car with working bandsaws for wheels.
Slap a motor on a skateboard and we can drive it.
Place was a dump before we got here.
I'm gonna make the sickest car there ever was.
The best cars are made from the bones of other cars.
The only cars worth driving have our paint jobs on them.
Hope I get a turn at the workbench today. Always preferred engines to guns.
Gonna carve up these cars like they're turkeys.
Can't wait to fix up my quad and go racing on the sand dunes.
This dumb Tinkertown got way better after we arrived.
This place will never be anything but a chop shop.
Best cars I ever drove came out of this chop shop right here.
I'm gonna get new hubcaps. Shiny ones.
This place makes our vehicles purr like kittens. Cars are our superpower. We punch with cars.
The awesome Frankenstein shit we make here.
Time to chop in this shop.
If I see a piece of wall that's from the old town, I try to scribble over it. Something wicked and gross.
I've seen the lamest rides come through here and drive out as prizes.
Never saw a person get fixed up like a car can. Clear what's worth more.
Gonna bring my own car here to get fixed up soon as I find the last few pieces.
I love watching the rigs get built. Warms my heart real nice.
This is our town now. Time to settle in and dig some shit trenches.
Falls End was a lost cause, even before the highwaymen showed up.
Gonna tell folks they can bring their vehicles round for a tune-up now.
We sure whisked this garage out from under their noses.
It's gonna take forever to scrub this place down.
It's good to have Falls End back, even if it looks like a trash fire now. Falls End might be a mess, but the garage is still useful.
The town's never coming back, is it? That's kinda sad.
Falls End sure looks a mess, but it's our mess now.
This place is like a spa for cars. Wow.
Breaks my heart to see Falls End all inside out like this.
Equipment here is gonna do our cars good.
Now that it's safe here, I can get back to trying to dig up family history.
Looks awful, but feels good to be back in Falls End.
Hate how the highwaymen gunked up this place.
Nice little garage to keep us trucking here.
Aw, man. Look at what's become of this place.
I miss Casey's cooking.
Falls End is unrecognizable now. But at least it's a defensible spot with lots to salvage.
Not much chance of salvaging Falls End out of this. But at least it's in our hands.
Glad to see Jerome's church is still standing. First place I checked the moment I got here.
There's a lot we can salvage here. Doesn't make up for the way Falls End is ruined, though.
Sad Falls End came to this, but honestly, this is more useful to us.
They really did a number on this place. It's gonna take an army to clean it up.
I wonder what this town looked like before the collapse.
I lived here before the collapse. I wonder if it'll ever feel like home again.
Wonder if there's any hope in hell of finding old keepsakes around here anymore.
Gonna spread the good news that we got a maintenance spot for our vehicles now.
This place will never feel like home again.
I guess Falls End is better like this. Useful for repairs and the like.
It'll be a while before we get the stink of their engines out of this place.
I hate what the highwaymen did to this place.
I can't believe this is Falls End. It looks so different now.
Maybe this can be a real town again.
Well, the town's lost forever, but we have a good functioning garage here. That's something.
We've got a lot of great stuff for our cars here. This is worth fighting for.
I keep food in a big tower. Food belongs in your gut.
This place is like a holy temple with sweet, sweet alcohol.
Nothing like looking out over this place and knowing the engines are fed.
Ethanol's the best bang for your fuck. Stiff drinks never far away.
Grain is so boring. Shame it keeps us all alive.
I'm gonna get so freaking loaded on this stuff.
Ethanol is so amazing, it's like fun juice for my guts and for my car.
I love just rolling in and taking refineries like this, all ready to go.
Booze factory first. Twins got their priorities straight.
Big old tower of car juice. Gotta admire that.
It takes so many fucking veggies for just like a cup of ethanol.
Ethanol. It goes in your car and in your gut.
Ethanol. Sweet nectar of cars.
If ethanol goes in cars, that must mean we could have been drinking gasoline before the bombs.
I'm gonna get so drunk I'm gonna puke my eyes off.
This place reminds me of those two hillbilly cousins who were fighting us out here.
It's time for drinking. It's drinking time.
Later, I'm gonna get so shit-faced that I can't see.
Man, these scabs make some good booze. I love guarding the refinery. I'm buzzed 24/7.
This stuff gets you so drunk you can't see. Peels paint, too.
Wow, these people really built a booze factory. Yoink.
I love ethanol. Makes cars go fast and makes me go dizzy.
Scabs had a booze factory all set up for us. Thoughtful.
Gotta admire an ethanol farm. Now we don't gotta work to drink.
I love drinking ethanol. Makes me feel like a car.
Boring cars come in, wicked rides go out.
Life would not be worth the party without ethanol.
Wonder if there's more fuel to be squeezed from this place.
It's booze o'clock somewhere.
Free fuel, no work required. Scab made, scab approved.
We can drink this stuff or put it in our cars. Choices, choices, choices.
Fuel, fuel everywhere. Prettiest thing I ever did see.
Taking away the highwaymen's ethanol source is gonna hurt them.
Good to have gas, but those pirates took all the cars.
Thank goodness we can make a bunch of ethanol again.
Great to have all this ethanol, but we barely even got cars these days.
I hear some people drink ethanol. That can't be a good idea.
It ain't like the old gas stations, but it'll do.
Ethanol doesn't come cheap. We need this place.
Thank God we got these ethanol-making supplies back.
We're gonna be able to make ethanol again. This is huge.
Thank God they won't be taking this ethanol anymore.
We can't go drinking this stuff for a buzz. It'll rot our guts.
We need ethanol, almost like we need water. This refinery was one of the best things we ever built.
Another shift at making ethanol.
Gonna be able to pick up my ethanol-making apprenticeship now.
I don't like relying on ethanol, but it does make our wheels go round.
Finally, some real good news about our ethanol supply.
Was trying to imagine how we'd get by without this refinery much longer. That would have been bad.
Glad we chased the highwaymen out of here. Feel better now that the highwaymen are cut off from ethanol.
Those bandits worked a lot of people to death here. It's good this place isn't theirs anymore.
Gotta tell the guys I'm swapping out at the farm for ethanol duty now that we got this place back.
Before we built this place, we had to get our ethanol from Herc and Sharky. Wonder what they're up to now.
Guess it's back to work making ethanol full crank now.
Now we can get some engines and generators back up and running. Thank God.
We're gonna get so much more work done with our generators running on this ethanol again.
Chucklefucks managed not to make too bad of a mess here. We'll be making ethanol again soon.
Kinda wish we could drink the stuff that's made here. I haven't had a cold one since the collapse.
I was real worried when we lost our ethanol source. Whew.
Without this refinery, all cars would be dead in the ground.
This place runs all the time. Surprised it doesn't break down more often.
Can't believe we had to make ethanol for those masked assholes. Least it's all ours now.
Oh, gotta hope that without this ethanol supply, the highwaymen will be forced to slow down. Thank God we got this place back. Nowhere else can produce as much ethanol.
All the fuel here will be useful when the cold sets in.